Hey Sylvia, it's really nice to have this interview with you. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am a multi-sport athlete. I have competed in several main sports like basketball, volleyball, track and field, and I competed in Olympic weightlifting for about 8 years. Up until I joined the USA bobsled team. I've done a lot in life. I've gotten to experience a lot of different things. So I feel like I'm one of those well-rounded athletes.
Well, bobsledder is often described as a Formula One on ice, and what do you think when you hear something like that?
It's about 92 miles an hour, for every other track in the world. So it's pretty fast. Like it goes by a blink of an eye. Usually you can kind of hear it before it's coming. So it's kind of one of those things where if you know what the sound of a train sounds like as they're coming into a subway or passing by, like that's literally what it sounds like as it's coming. And then like as a blink of an eye, it just swoops right past and you're just like, oh my gosh, like how fast does that go? And then, you look at the clocks, you're like, wow, it goes so fast. And it's different. We're on ice and not on pavements.
The US hasn't finalized its team for the Olympics, and how do you and your team qualify?
Team USA goes through a lot of testing throughout the quad, honestly. So from year 1 to year 4, we're looking at at our teammates' stats and our team standings as far as like push times, down times, and then that can kind of determine like whether someone is progressing or someone is kind of staying the same. In my particular situation, I've been the #1 break woman for the last 3 years, going to the last 3 seasons. So it looks pretty promising for myself, but just because you're #1 at the beginning of the season doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make the teams. We'll have our Olympic team selection in January. It's just going to be a fight to the end, and I just have to do the best that I can in training and in competition over these next few months.
Do you have any personal goals for the Winter Olympics?
Well, first thing is make the team, compete, and win gold at the Winter Olympic Games. That is my ultimate goal.
With just over 100 days till the opening ceremony and Beijing is entering the final stretch of preparations, is this your first trip to China? Are you excited and why?
I'm excited to be able to have the opportunity to compete in China. I hope I am. I've never been there before, so I'm like, I want to go to Beijing because once I started weightlifting, the first Olympian I had ever met, he had competed in Beijing in the 2008 Summer Games. So I'm just like, wow, okay. So I met somebody that was competing, like he was in the '08 Games. I was like, okay, now 2022 has, they're in the same location, Beijing, and now it's the Winter Olympic Games. I'm like, okay, I got this. We can do this. All right, let's do it. So, so I'm super excited about it. And I just hope it really goes well and I'm able to compete at the games.